Welcome back to this new video tutorial. Today's topic is 20 most useful functions to level up your skill in Microsoft Excel. Here you can see I have created the list of the functions, and to explain the use of these functions I have created here examples in different sheets. If you want to practice these functions along with the video, then you can download this workbook file from the video description below. First of all, let's look into the XLOOKUP function. For that, go to this XLOOKUP sheet, and here I have a data of different products and their quantities sold in different months. In the source data sheet, I have created a product selection drop down, and when I take a product from here, it will capture these sales quantities from this database and display here. Then this visualization will automatically update. In this case, I have used here the XLOOKUP function. So let me delete this previously used function and use here the XLOOKUP function to capture the data from this sheet to this sheet. For that, in this cell, press equal to, type XLOOKUP, bracket open. In the lookup value, you have to click on this product name that we need to search in this sheet. Then put a comma. In the lookup array, go to this XLOOKUP sheet, then select this product name range, then put a comma. In the return array, select the quantity sold range from this first quantity till the last quantity. The other parameters of the function are optional, so you can close the bracket, then press enter. Here you see XLOOKUP function has pulled the data of this product refrigerator from this sheet. Now if you change this product, the values will automatically update and the visualization will also auto update. Let's go to another function, that is the filter function. In this sheet I have the data of product wise sales report that has the date column, product name column, and the sales quantities in January, February and March. The requirement here is to extract the sales report of washing machine only here in this range. In that case, I can use the filter function. In this cell, press equal to, type the filter function, bracket open. In the array parameters, select the data by excluding the column headers, put a comma, and in this include parameter we have to put the condition, that is the product name should be equal to washing machine. So select this product name column, press equal to, then put double quotation, washing machine, double quotation, then close bracket, hit enter, and here you see the sales report for washing machine only is extracted here. The dates are given in number format. Simply select this and change these to date format from here. The second requirement here is to extract sales report of washing machine and air conditioner. So here we have two conditions. We have to extract the sales reports for two products. One is the washing machine and the other is air conditioner. In this case, we can modify this filter function. We have to add here multiple condition. So double click on the formula, and before this first condition, put here a opening bracket. Then at the end of the formula, use the plus symbol, open bracket, then put the second condition, that is the product name range. So select this product name range, which should be equal to the second condition, that is air conditioner. So put here double quotation, air conditioner, double quotation, bracket close. In case of multiple condition, here you have to put one more opening bracket, and at the end also put one more closing bracket, then another bracket for filter function, then hit enter. Now we have the report of two products, the washing machine and air conditioner. The next function is the sort function. For this sort function also I have taken the same example that was in the filter function. Here also the requirement is to extract the sales report of washing machine and air conditioner, and after extracting the report we have to sort the product name in alphabetical order. So here the next requirement is sort the product name in alphabetical order. So the use of the sort function is to sort the data either alphabetically, or if the data is number values, then you can sort it either from small to large or large to small sequence. So first of all, let me extract the data of washing machine and air conditioner by using the filter function. Here you see the data is given for washing machine and air conditioner. Now to sort this data according to the product name in alphabetical order, it means the air conditioner should be in the first place and then washing machine. Currently there is a mix of washing machine and air conditioner anywhere. We have to make it the air conditioner first, then the washing machine afterwards. In that case we can use the sort function. So here in this formula you can combine the sort function. Click at the starting of the formula, then put here sort function, open bracket. In this array parameter of the sort function, this filter function will work. Click at the end, put a comma, and here in the sort index we have to put based on which column we have to sort the data. Here we have to sort the data based on the second column, which is the product name. So put here 2 in the sort index, then put a comma, and here in the sort order we have to take this ascending order for A to G sorting. So double click on this ascending option, then close bracket, press enter. Now the data is sorted in alphabetical order. The air conditioner appears first, then the washing machine. So this is the use of sort function. The next function is the unique function. Unique function in Excel is used for creating the unique list of items. In this sheet also I have taken the same data that was used here in previous functions, and here the requirement is to make a unique list of products, because in this product name column the product name are appearing multiple times or they are duplicate. I need to create a unique list of products. For that I can use the unique function. In this cell press equal to, type unique, bracket open. In the array you have to take this product name column, then close bracket and press enter, and here you see the unique list of product is created. The next function is the sequence function, and this sequence function is used for creating the number series. In this example I have some products name, and the requirement is to create the serial number here that will automatically update if I delete a product from here. In that case I can use the sequence function. In this cell press equal to, type sequence, bracket open. In the rows parameter you can combine here the count A function to identify how many products are there in the column B. For that combine the count A function here, open bracket, then select this entire column B, close the count A function, then put -1 because we have to subtract this first row or the column header. Then close the sequence function, press enter. Here the serial number is given as date because the cells are formatted as date, so you have to change this to number format. Then remove these digit after decimal from here, and here you see the serial number is created from 1 to the last product, 1 to 197. If you delete a product from here, the serial number will automatically update. Here you see now the serial number auto updated. Apart from general serial numbering, you can use sequence function to create odd number series or even number series, or the number series in multiple of certain digit. Like for example, if you want to create here a odd number series like 1 3 5 7 9 and so on, you can use the sequence function. Press equal to, type sequence, bracket open, in the rows put how many numbers you want to create. For example, let me take 12, comma, skip this columns parameter by putting another comma. In the start put 1 for odd numbering, comma, and in the step put 2, then close bracket and press enter. This creates the odd number series like 1 3 5 7 and so on. To create the even number series, simply copy this formula here, then change some values here in the formula. That is, in this start parameter you have to put 2, then hit enter. This creates the even number series like 2 4 6 8. If you want to create number series of multiple of certain numbers, in that case you can use formula like this. In this start parameter, put in the multiple of which number you want to create the number series, for example 5, and in the step parameter also you have to put 5. Then you will get the number series in multiple of 5. If you want to create a number series in matrix form like in a table structure, then you can use sequence function like this, equal to sequence, bracket open, in the rows put 5, comma, in the columns put 5, close bracket, press enter, and you get this number series in tabular structure. The next function is the vstack function. In this Excel sheet I have the sales report for different months in different tables. Like this is the January sales table, this is February sales table, and this is March sales table. The requirement is to combine all these sales here in this format. In this case I can use the vstack function. Press equal to, type vstack, bracket open, in the array 1 put the table name, that is January. Here you can select this table by double clicking, put a comma. In the array 2 put the second table name, that is February. Put a comma and put the third table name, that is March. Bracket close, then hit enter, and here you will get the combined data. Change these numbers to date formatting by taking this sort date option, and here you see the combined data is given by vstack function. If you haven't created the Excel tables like this, you can simply select the range that you want to combine in the array 1 array 2 parameters. The next function is the lambda function. The use of lambda function is to create custom function or user defined function that works within the scope of current workbook. Here in this data I have employee ID, employee name, designation, old salary and new salary. The requirement here is to create a function that calculates the salary growth percent, because in Microsoft Excel there is not any built-in function for calculating the growth percentage. By using lambda we can create the custom function. The standard formula for calculating the growth percentage is equal to, bracket open, the new salary minus the old salary, bracket close, divided by the old salary multiplied with 100. This formula gives the growth percentage. Here you see 12.5% is the growth here. Now to create the function using lambda, in this cell press equal to, then put lambda function, bracket open. In the parameter or calculation we have to define the parameters, that is the new value and old value. So put here new value, comma, old value, then put a comma. Now we have to do the calculation for growth, that is new value minus old value. Here we have to close bracket and here we have to open bracket. before new value, open bracket, then divided by old value. Here you can double click on this name also, multiplied with 100. This is the calculation for growth. Now close bracket. After writing the lambda formula, now go to the formula bar, select this, then copy. Exit from copy mode by pressing the escape key, then go to formulas tab, then here in the defined names, click on name manager, click on the new button, and here in the name you have to put the name of the function, that is growth percentage. This is the function name, and here in the refers to, remove this value and paste the formula that you copied from formula bar, paste, then click on OK. Error message is given, the syntax of this name isn't correct, so we have to change this name. I think we cannot use this percentage here, so let's make it growth percent in text form, then click on OK. Now here you see the growth percent name is created. Close this name manager window. Now here to calculate the salary growth percentage, you can use that growth percent formula. Press equal to, type growth, and here you see the growth percent formula is given that we just created. Double click on this, and here you see the new value and old value parameter is given. In the new value parameter, click on the new salary, put a comma. In the old value, click on the old salary, close bracket and hit enter, and you will get this growth percentage result here. By using the custom function, you can use the fill handle to drag this down. So this is how you can create the custom or user defined function by using lambda. The next function is the text join function. Use of this text join function is to combine different text into one single text string. In this example, I have the data of invoice number, invoice date, customer name, invoice amount, and invoice overdue date. The requirement here is to create a follow-up text message for the customers regarding overdue payment. Here you see the sample message is given. Dear Ramesh Koirala, your invoice of invoice number 1001 is going to be overdue on this date. Please manage for timely payment. So we have to create this type of message based on this data, because every customer has different invoice number and different overdue dates. So in this case, we can use the text join function to create this kind of message. In this cell, press equal to, put a text join function, bracket open. In the delimiter, put the separator of every single text that we join, that is the space. So put here double quotation, space, double quotation, then put a comma. Skip this ignore empty parameter by putting another comma. Now in the text 1, text 2, we have to provide the text values that we want to join. The first text is this dear, so put here double quotation, dear, double quotation, then put a comma. In the text 2, we have to now join this customer name. So click on the customer name cell, then put a comma. In the text 3, we have to join this your invoice of. So put here double quotation, your invoice of, double quotation, then put a comma. In the text 4, we have to join this invoice number. So click on this invoice number cell, put a comma. In the text 5, we have to put the word that is going to be overdue on. So put here double quotation, is going to be overdue on, double quotation, then put a comma. In the text 6, we have to join this overdue date. So click on the overdue date, put a comma, and in the text 7, we have to put please manage for timely payment. So put here double quotes, please manage for timely payment, full stop, double quotation, then close the bracket. Now the text join function will join all these text together. Press enter, and here you see the message is created. Let me double click here to expand the column width. Here you see, dear Ramesh Koirala, your invoice of invoice number 1001 is going to be overdue on this date. Here the date is given in number format. We have to change this to date format. please manage for timely payment. To change this number to date format, double click on the formula, and here in this overdue sale reference, we have to use here the text function. So put here text bracket open. In the value parameter, this overdue date will be passed. After this E2, put a comma, and in the format text, put a double quotation dd-mmm-yyyy, then close this text function, then hit enter. Here it is giving the information on typo in the formula, that is I have missed here one double quotation after this yyyy. So put here double quotation, then hit enter. Now here you see the overdue date is given in the date format. You can now simply drag this formula down to create the message for all customers. Here you see the message is created. Suppose that if you want to send this message via WhatsApp, then you can directly send these messages to WhatsApp by creating here a WhatsApp link. If you want to learn how to create WhatsApp link in Microsoft Excel, then you can watch the video tutorial. The link I will provide in the video description below. The next function is the index and match function. This index and match function is very powerful function for lookup operation. In this sheet I have the product's name and their sales report in different stores. The requirement is to pull the information of sales here in this another sheet, and that is the data sheet. Here I have the product's name and the store name. If you see in the source data, the product name and store name is not sorted in alphabetical order, but here in the data sheet the product name and store name are sorted alphabetically, and here I have to fill up the quantity sold. In this case I can use the index and match function combination, and this index and match function is not a single function. We have to combine this index and match function separately. So let me show you what does the index function do. Press equal to, type index bracket open. In the array, let me select this quantity range, comma. In the row number, let me put 2, comma. In the column number, let me put 3, close bracket and press enter. The result is given is 19. This 19 is picked up from this cell. Let me highlight this. This result 19 is picked up from here because in this array I provided row number 2 and column number 3. So the use of index function is to pick up the value from the intersection point of row number and column number we provide. Let's see the use of match function. Here in this cell, let me press equal to, then put match open bracket. In the lookup value, let me put here store C for example, which should be inside double quotation. Then put a comma. In the lookup array, let me select this range, comma, and in the match type, let me put exact match, close bracket, hit enter. The result is 4 because the value store C is in the 4th position in this range. First position, second position, third position and 4th position. So the match function returns the row position or column position of the value that you search. So the result of this match function can be used inside the index function in case of this row number and column number. Let me show you here. For example, if I want to calculate the sales quantity of store C for the product toaster, the sales of toaster in store C is 63 unit. So the formula should be able to pick up this value here, because the index function will pick up the value from the intersection point and the match function will identify the column number and row number from which the value to be picked. Let me use the formula here. Press equal to, type index bracket open. In the array, select this number range or quantity sold range, comma. In the row number, we have to find out the row position of this toaster here in this product name range. So put here match function bracket open. In the lookup value, click on this product name, comma. In the lookup array, select this product name range, comma, and in the match type, choose exact match by double clicking. Close this match function, put a comma. In the column number, combine another match function, open bracket. In the lookup value, click on the store name, comma. In the lookup array, select this store name range, comma, and in the match type, choose exact match. Close this match function, then close the index function, then hit enter. And here you see the result is given as 63, which is picked up from here. So in this way, the index and match function can get the data from one table to another. Now go to this data sheet and use here the final formula that can be copied for all the stores and for all the products. So use here equal to index, open bracket. In the array, go to this index and match sheet, select this quantity range, then lock this range by pressing F4 key in the keyboard, then put a comma. In the row number, combine the match function, then open the bracket. In the lookup value of the match function, go to the data sheet, then select this first product name. Then we have to lock this column number A, because when we copy this formula for other stores, this column A should remain constant. To lock the column only, press the F4 key 3 times in the keyboard. 1, 2, 3. That applies this dollar symbol before column A. Then put a comma. In the lookup array, go to index and match sheet. Then select this product name range. Then lock this range by pressing the F4 key 1 time. Then put a comma. Choose this exact match by double clicking, close bracket. Then put a comma. In the column number, combine another match function, bracket open. In the lookup value, go to the data sheet, then click on the first store name. Then lock this row number 2, because when we copy this formula down for the other products, this row number 2 should remain constant. For that, press the F4 key 2 times, 1, 2. That applies this dollar symbol before the row number 2. Then put a comma. In the lookup array, go to this index and match sheet and select the store name range. Then lock this range by pressing the F4 key 1 time. Then put a comma. In the match type, choose exact match by double clicking, close bracket, close one more bracket for the index function. Now you can hit enter, and here you see the result is given as 30. Now you can use the fill handle to drag the formula to right and to down. Here you see the sales quantities are given by using the combination of index and match function. Next function we are going to learn is the indirect function. To explain the use of indirect function, here I have created different sheets like January, February, March and the top sheet. In January, February and March sheet, there is a sales report for the month, like the product name and store wise sales quantities. The requirement is to display the sales quantities here in this top sheet based on the product selected from this drop down and based on the month selected from this drop down. Here we have two conditions, and this month condition is from the sheets. So we have to reference the sheet here dynamically to get the quantities. In that case, to reference the sheet, we can use the indirect function combined with other lookup functions. Like here I have used the VLOOKUP function combined with indirect. The role of this indirect function here is to reference the sheets dynamically. So let me delete this from here. Then use the formula to capture the sales quantities for microwave oven from this February sheet, because currently February is selected. If I select January, then the value should be picked up from the January month. So let me use here the formula. Press equal to, first of all use VLOOKUP, open bracket. In the lookup value, click on this product name, put a comma. In the table array, we have to now dynamically reference the sheet. For that, combine indirect function, open the bracket. In the reference text, click on this month selection drop down, then put the and symbol, double quotation, exclamation mark. Now provide the range where there is data in the sheets. For that, let me put single quotation before the formula so that the formula remains as a text. Then check the cell reference where there is data, that is from A3 to G9. So go here and put the reference, that is A3 to G9. Remove this single quotation before the formula. Put double quotation. Close indirect function. In the column index number, put the column index number for these stores inside curly bracket. So open curly bracket. Then put the column indexes, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then curly bracket close. Put a comma. Then in the range lookup, choose exact match by double clicking. Close bracket. Then press enter. And here you see the quantities are picked up for microwave oven from the February month. If I select a different month from here, the numbers automatically update. If I take here March, the numbers auto change. And if I select a product from here, the number will auto update. So in this way you can use the indirect function to capture the data from different sheets to the top sheet. You can use this indirect function in other case also, like if you have to create a dependent drop down list in Excel, then you can use this indirect function. If you want to learn how to make dependent drop down list, you can watch the video tutorial. The link I will provide in the video description below. Let's go to the next function, that is the offset function. First of all, let me show you how does the offset function works. Press equal to type offset, bracket open. Here we have to provide a reference, rows, column, then height and width parameter. Height and width parameter are optional and these first three parameters are compulsory. In the reference point, let me select this product name cell or the A2 cell, then put a comma. In the rows, let me put 2, comma, and in the columns, let me put 3. Close bracket and press enter. The result is given is 19. This 19 is picked up from this cell. If you see in the formula, I have taken this A2 cell as a reference, number 2 as a rows, and number 3 as a columns. So the offset function picks up the value from 2 row down and 3 column right from this starting point, which is this 19. If I put 4 in this column parameter, the result is 42 because this time this number is picked up because I have provided number 4 as a column, which is 4 columns away from this starting point. Let me show you another example. Press equal to type offset, bracket open. In the reference, let me take this number, comma. In the rows, let me put -1, comma, and in the columns, let me put -2. Close bracket. In this formula, the result will be picked up from 1 column above and 2 columns to the left. The result will be 14 because this time the formula will go 1 row above, then 2 columns to the left, which is this 14. Let me press enter and here you see the result is 14. Let me double click on the formula, then put here the optional parameters like the height and width. Put a comma, then in the height parameter let me put 3, then in the width let me put 1. Then hit enter. This time I got 14, 24 and 0. In case you give 3 in the height, then you will get 3 cells down from this 14, like 14, 24. This 0 is because this cell doesn't have anything. If you put here -3 in the height, then you get these 3 numbers 68, 16 and 14. Here you see 68, 16 and 14. If you change the formula, make this height parameter 1 and the width parameter -4, this time you will get this result 35, 90, 89 and 14, which is from this. It will pick up the group of numbers like this. Now let me show you the practical example of using the offset function. Here I have the data of different products and their quantity sold in January to August. The requirement here is to automatically calculate the last 3-month average. Because currently I have the data till August month, so the L3M average will be the average of June, July and August, which should be 49 in this case. But when I update here the sales of September, in that case the formula should be able to pick up the average from July, August and September. When the October sales is updated, it should be able to pick up the average from August, September and October. So to automate this L3M average calculation, we can use this offset function. So in this cell, press equal to, type offset, bracket open. In the reference, let me take this product name cell, put a comma. In the rows parameter, put 1, because we have to go one row down. We have to start the calculation from this row number 3. So put 1 here, comma. In the columns, we need to now automatically find out how many month data is updated here. For that, use the count A function. Count A, open bracket. In the value parameter of the count A, select this sales range from January to December. Close the count A function. Then put a comma. In the height parameter, put 1, comma, and in the width parameter, put -3. Because we need the average of last 3 months. Putting -3 will pick up this range from June, July and August. Then calculate the result. When the September month sales is updated, then it will automatically go to July, August and September. Now you can close the formula, then hit enter. Here you see it gives the range of numbers like 39, 24, 84, which is from June, July, August. If I update the sales of September, for example, let me put here 55 units. Here you see the value auto change 24, 84, 55, which is from July, August and September. If I delete this, it again goes to 39, 24 and 84. Now to calculate the average, you can combine the average function here. So double click on the formula, click at the starting of the formula, then combine average function, open bracket, click at the end, then close the average function, hit enter, and you got the average of last 3 months. And this is dynamic. Currently it is the average of June, July and August, 49 units. And when you update the sales of September, the average auto change, that is the average of July, August and September, 56 units. You can use the fill handle to drag this down. And these are the dynamic average of last 3 months. Let's go to the another function, that is the sum product function. To explain the use of sum product, here I have created this example where I have the fruits name, per kg price and the unit sales from January to June. The requirement here is to calculate the sales value in the row number 9. In this case, I can use this sum product function because the use of sum product function in Excel is to multiply 2 or more range and add the result of every single multiplication. In this cell, press equal to, type sum product, bracket open. In the array 1, select this per kg price range, then lock this range, because when we copy the formula for other months, this price part should remain constant, because for every month the quantities should be multiplied with the price, then the result of every single multiplication should be added. So to lock this part, press the F4 key in the keyboard, that locks the range by applying the dollar symbols, then put a comma. In the array 2, select this January month quantity range, close bracket and hit enter. This is the total sales value. You can use the fill handle to drag this till the month of June and all the sales values are updated. If you see this, here you see these quantities are multiplied with these per kg price and the total is calculated here. The next function we are going to see is the if error function. To explain this if error function use, I have the data here like the product name and their quantity sold in January to December. My requirement is to fill this data sheet with the information of sales quantities for these products for these months. So in this case, let me use the VLOOKUP, which is available in any Excel version. Press equal to, type VLOOKUP function, bracket open. In the lookup value, click on this product name, then lock this column A, because when we copy this formula, this column A should remain constant. So put the dollar symbol before column A, put a comma. In the table array, go to this if error sheet and select this entire data. Lock this data by pressing F4 key in the keyboard, then put a comma. In the column index number, put 2, because January month sales is in the number 2 column, comma. And in the range lookup, choose exact match by double clicking, close bracket and press enter. The result is given. For other columns, we have to change the column index number. So for that, let me put the column index number here, like 2 for January, 3 for March, and so on up to December. So these are the column index numbers. And here in the formula, instead of putting this column index number manually, let me link this cell, which is the B13 cell, and I need to lock this row number 13, because when I copy this formula down, this row number 13 should be fixed. So to lock the row number 13 only, press the F4 key 2 times in the keyboard. Now hit enter. Now you can simply drag this formula till the month of December, and again drag the formula till the last product. And here, when you applied this VLOOKUP function, you can see in 2 row there is not available error. This is because the product LED TV and tube light is not available here in this data sheet. That is why we got this not available error. So in this case, to remove this type of error in the formula, we can combine the if error function. So in this first formula, double click, and at the starting of the formula, combine if error. Let me go in the formula bar and show you. Click before the formula, then combine if error, bracket open. In this value parameter of the if error function, the entire VLOOKUP formula will work. Click at the end, then put a comma. And in the value if error, you can put here what you need to display in case of error. If you put here double quotation twice, it will display blank cells by replacing these NA errors. Close bracket and hit enter. Then drag the formula. Again drag the formula. Here you see the NA errors are now replaced with blank cells. If you want to display here something else, then you can again go in the formula, then put here what you need to display. Let me put here not found. Then again drag the formula, and this time, in case of the value not found, here you see not found is given. So this is the use of if error function, which is used for replacing the error values produced by the formulas. The next function is the switch function. To explain the use of switch function, here I have created a data of employee ID, employee name, their designation, and the performance scores. The requirement here is to display the status like excellent, good, average, and poor. The criteria is given here. If the performance score is 9 and above, the status is excellent. If it is 7 to 8, status is good. If it is 5 to 6, status should be average, and if it is below 5, status should be poor. So to display these status here in the status column, we can use the switch function. So press equal to, type switch, bracket open. In this expression, we have to put the result of the logical test, because we have to test in which group this particular performance score falls. So in the expression put true, then put a comma. In the value 1 parameter, put the formula, that is this performance score. Click on the performance score should be greater than or equal to 9. Then put a comma. In the result 1, put the result of this value, which is excellent. So put here double quotation, excellent, double quotation, then put a comma. In this default or value 2, we have to now check for the second logic or condition, that is click on the performance score, which should be greater than or equal to 7. Then put a comma. And in the result 2, put the second status, that is good. So put here double quotation, good, double quotation, then put a comma. Now in the third value, we have to test the third logic, that is whether the performance score is greater than or equal to 5. So put here this D2 cell reference, D2 is greater than equal to 5, then put a comma. In the result 3, put this third status, which is average. So put here double quotation, average, double quotation, then put a comma. And in the default or value 4, you can directly put the last status, that is poor. So put here double quotation, poor, double quotation, then bracket close, then press enter. Here you see the status is given as good, because for this performance score of 8, the status is good. 7 to 8 falls under the good category, so the status is given here. If you now drag this formula till the last row, the status will be auto calculated. Like here you see, for the score of 9, it is given as excellent. For the score of 4, it is given as poor. So in this way, we can use the switch function in Microsoft Excel. The next function we are going to see here is the choose function. In this data, I have the employee ID, employee name, position, their performance score and status. My requirement here is to display the status based on this condition. Like for the score of 1, the status is poor, for 2 it is average, for 3 it is good, for 4 it is very good, and for 5 it is excellent. And if you see, the performance also ranging from 1 to 5 only. In case of switch, the score was ranging from 1 to 10 and we have only 4 criteria, but here the score is from 1 to 5 and we have the criteria also from 1 to 5. So in this case, we can use the choose function to display the status here. Press equal to, type choose, open bracket. In the index number, we have to provide this performance score, and here the performance score is given in the decimal form. So we have to first round these numbers to the whole number, like 1 2 3 4 5. For that, use here the round function, open bracket. In the number, click on the performance score, comma, and in the number of digit, put 0. Then close the round function, then put a comma. In the value 1, we have to now put the first status, that is poor. So put here double quotation, poor, double quotation, comma. In the value 2, put the second status, that is average. So put here double quotation, average, double quotation, put a comma. In the value 3, put the third status, that is good. In the fourth value, put fourth status, that is very good. And finally, the fifth status is excellent. Close bracket. Now the choose function will choose from these values based on the index number provided. It means if the index number is 1, then this status will be picked. If the index number is 4, then this status will be picked. Let's hit enter, and here you see for 4.2, very good is picked, because this 4.2 is rounded to number 4 by this round function, and for the number 4, the status is very good. If you drag this formula down, for this number also the status is same, because this 3.7 is rounded to number 4, then the status is given. If you drag the formula down, for 5 excellent is given, and here also for number 5 status is excellent. Drag the formula till the last row, and here you see all status will be given. So this is the use of choose function in Excel. Let's go to another function, that is the X match function. To explain the use of X match function, here I have created the data of salesperson and their sales achievement, and here I have to find out the eligible bonus percentage, and I need to calculate the bonus amount. The main thing here is to calculate the eligible bonus percentage from this criteria. Here you see the sales target and the bonus percentage is given. If the sales target of 50,000 is met, then the bonus percentage is 2%. If the target of 75,000 is achieved, then the salesperson will get 3% bonus, and so on. So we have to find out the eligible bonus percentage here based on this condition. So in this case we can use the X match function. This 58,000 will fall in the range of this 50,000 bracket. So here 2% should be calculated. So press equal to, put here X match function, open the bracket. In the lookup value of the X match function, click on this sales achievement, then put a comma. In the lookup array, we have to see this value in this sales target range. So select this range. Now lock this range by pressing the F4 key in the keyboard, because when this formula will be copied down, this part should remain constant. Then put a comma. In the match mode, we have to take this exact match or next smaller item, because we have to see whether this number exactly match with this sales target range. If it doesn't exactly match, then we have to see the next smaller item. Like here we have the 58,000 in the sales achievement of the first salesperson. If the 58,000 doesn't match with any of these numbers, then we have to see the next smaller, which is 50,000. So take this exact match or next smaller item. This search mode parameter is optional, so you can skip this in this case. Close bracket, then press enter, and here you see the result is given is 1. This 1 means this sales achievement falls under this first sales target category, which is 50,000. If you drag this down, this number also falls under the first category, because this is 72,500. To go in the second category, the number should be at least 75,000. If you drag this formula down, this time the result is 2, because 81,000 falls under the second category of sales target. Now what we need to do is we have to find out the bonus percent here, not the position. We have to find out the bonus. So for that we can now combine here the index function. So double click on the formula. Before the X match, combine index function, bracket open. In the array parameter of the index function, select this bonus percentage range, then lock this range, because when we copy the formula down, this range also should remain constant. So press the F4 key in the keyboard to apply the dollar symbols, then put a comma. In the row number parameter of the index function, this X match function will work. Now click at the end. This column number is not required. Simply close bracket, then hit enter. The result is given as 0, but this is actually this bonus percentage, which is 0.02. So here increase the decimal by clicking on this, and here you see 0.02 is given here. If you drag this down, all the bonus percentage are given here. Like for the sales of 155,000, the bonus percentage is 0.05, it means 5%. And here you see this number falls under this category and this bonus is applicable. Now to calculate the bonus amount, you can simply multiply this sales achievement, multiply with the bonus percent, hit enter, and this is the bonus amount payable to these salesperson. So this is how you can use this xmatch function. The next function is formula text function, and here I have the data of salesperson, sales achievement, and eligible bonus percentage. Here in the eligible bonus percentage I have used a formula, and here in the column D I have to display what is the formula used in this column C. So in this case I can use the formula text function. Press equal to type formula, double click on this formula text function to choose. In this reference, click on the cell reference where there is formula, close bracket and hit enter, and here you see the formula used in this cell is given as a text. So this is the use of formula text function. The next function we are covering here is the EO month function. This EO month function is used for finding out the end of the month. Here I have the data of employee name and their joining date. My requirement is to find out the date of salary payment date, that is the last date or the end date of the current month, and I need to also find out the contract end date. And here is the criteria: the contract ends after 12 months from joining month. So I need to display in which date the contract will end, and here I need to display in which date I have to pay the salary for the current month. In that case I can use the EO month function. So in this cell, press equal to type EO month. As the function name suggests, this will give the end of the month or end date of the month. Open bracket. In the starting date, put the today function or the current date. So put here today, open and close bracket, then put a comma, and in the month put 0 to represent the current month, close bracket and hit enter. Here you see this is the end date of the current month, which is November 2025, and the last date of November 2025 is the 30 November 2025. Drag the formula down, you will get the same date here. If you open this file in the December month, then you will get the end date of the December here. The next requirement is to find out the contract end date of these employees. Based on this condition, the contract will end after the 12 month from joining month. So here the formula will be equal to EO month bracket open. In the start date, click on the joining date, comma, and in the month put 12, close bracket and hit enter, and this will be the contract end date for these employees. The next example is if you want to find out the end date of these months for this year, then you can use here the formula to find out the end date of every single month for this year given here. So here the formula will be equal to EO month, open bracket. In the starting date, use the date function, open bracket. In the year parameter, click on this 2025 and lock this by pressing F4 key. Put a comma. In the month, we have to display the numeric value for these months, like 1 for January, 2 for February, 3 for March, and so on. To display the numeric value, we can use here the match function. So put here match, open bracket. In the lookup value, click on this first month, comma. In the lookup array, select this month range from January to December. Then lock this range by pressing F4 key in the keyboard. Put a comma. Choose exact match by double clicking. Close the match function. Then put a comma. In the day parameter, you can put 1 for the first day. Then close bracket. Put a comma. Now in the month parameter of the EO month, put 0 to represent the current month. Close bracket and hit enter, and you got the last date of this January 2025, which is 31st January 2025. Now you can drag the formula down till the month of December, and you'll get the last date of every single month for 2025. If you change this number to 2029, for example, the numbers automatically change. If you make this 2028, here you see the last date of February is 29th February. This 2028 is the leap year, that is why it is 29. So to display the end date of every single month for a specific year, you can use the EO month. Let's go to next function, that is net work days function. As the function name suggests, this net work days function is for calculating the working days. Here I have already calculated the working days, so let me delete this. In this sheet I have the data of different projects, their starting date and their ending date, and here in the I column I have listed the holidays in this range, and my requirement here is to find out how many working days we have by subtracting the holidays and the weekends. So here in this cell you can use the net work days function. Press equal to, type the net work days function. You can double click on this to choose. In the start date, click on the starting date, put a comma. In the end date, click on the end date, comma, and in the holidays, select this holidays range. Then lock this range by pressing the F4 key, close bracket and press enter. Here you see 34 is the net working days between these two dates for this first project. Now you can use the fill handle to drag this down and all the working days are calculated, and this formula takes the default weekend of Saturday and Sunday, but in some countries the weekend may be different. Like in my country, the weekend is on Saturday only. In that case we have to use the next function, that is networkdays.intl. So in this cell let me press equal to, type networkdays.intl function. In the start date, click on the starting date, comma. In the end date, click on the ending date, comma, and here in the weekend parameter select this Saturday only option, that is the option number 17. If you have a different weekend, then you can choose from the list. Let me double click on this Saturday only, then put a comma, and here in the holidays select a holiday range, then lock this range by pressing F4 key in the keyboard, close bracket and press enter. And here you see we have total 41 working days in case of Saturday as a weekend. Now you can use the fill handle to drag the formula down. So this is the use of net work days function in Excel. Let's go to the next function, or the last function of this tutorial, that is the by row function. To explain the use of by row function, here I have created a data of product name and their quantity sold from January to June. In this H column I need to calculate the maximum sales, and in this I column I have to find out the maximum sold month name. This will show the maximum sold value, like for washing machine the maximum sold is 46 unit, which should be displayed here, and in this cell this April month should be displayed because the maximum sold month is April. So let me show you the first example of by row. Press equal to, type by row open bracket. In the array select this whole range, then put a comma, and in the function we need the maximum, so choose this maximum option by double clicking, close bracket and hit enter. And here you see the formula is applied till the last row. If we use the normal max function, let me show you here. Press equal to, type max bracket open, then if I select this number range, close bracket, I get the maximum value from this whole array, but I need the maximum for every single row. So in that case you can use the by row function that will apply the formula for every single row till the last row of the selection. So this is the basic use of by row function. Let me show you the advanced use of by row function here to find out the maximum sold month. So let me use the formula here. Press equal to, put by row bracket open. In the array let me take this whole range, then put a comma. In the function, if you scroll down at the end you will see this lambda function. So let me double click on the lambda function. If you don't know about this lambda function, I have a separate video tutorial on lambda function that you can watch from the video description below. In the parameter or calculation of the lambda function, let me put here row. This row refers to every single row of this range. then put a comma, and in the parameter or calculation, use the calculation for getting the highest sold month, that is the X lookup function. So combine here X lookup. In the lookup value parameter, combine here the max function, open bracket, then put the row reference ROW that is defined here, then close this with a bracket, then put a comma. In the lookup array, put this row variable, so put here ROW, put a comma, and in the return array, select this month name range, then lock this range by pressing the F4 key. Close the XLOOKUP function, close the lambda function, and finally close the by row function, then hit enter, and here you got the maximum sold month for every single row. For this washing machine, the maximum sold month is April, which is displayed here. For the refrigerator, the maximum sold month is June month, which has this 44 unit, and the month is displayed here. So in this way you can use the by row function. So this is all about these 20 Excel functions to level up your skill in Microsoft Excel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up by hitting on that like button, and I also request you to subscribe the channel to get similar kind of video updates in future. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in next video tutorial.